Today marks 36 years since the Tiananmen Massacre. In 1989, peaceful protesters gathered in Beijing calling for democracy and free speech. The Chinese government responded with tanks and guns, killing hundreds, perhaps thousands. To this day, the Chinese government denies responsibility. They censor the truth, arrest those who speak out, and erase this chapter from history books and the internet. Survivors and families of the victims, like the Tiananmen mothers, continue to fight for justice. Many of them are elderly, yet they are still under surveillance and harassment. The world saw what happened in Tiananmen Square, but Beijing wants you to forget. They want silence. But silence is complicity, and the world must remember. Even in Hong Kong, where annual vigils once took place, commemorations have been banned since the national security law came into force. Organizers are jailed. Museums are shut down. But remembrance lives on. In 2022, one protester in Beijing inspired a new generation by hanging protest banners over a bridge. His courage mirrored the tank man, a symbol of defiance. Outside of China, people refuse to forget. This year alone, over 70 events are being held across 40 cities in 10 countries, keeping the memory alive and demanding accountability. Beijing has never investigated the massacre. No names, no official death toll, no justice. Tiananmen mothers have documented at least 202 victims, but the real number is likely far higher. The international community responded with sanctions back then, but many have faded. And with them, pressure on Beijing has weakened. China learned it could get away with mass killings. Since then, we've seen atrocities in Xinjiang, Tibet, and Hong Kong. Repression doesn't just stay in the past, it grows when left unchecked. What the Chinese government fears most is not foreign governments, but memory. They fear remembrance because it challenges their false narrative of harmony and stability. That is why it's critical to keep speaking out, to name the dead, to confront the lies, to push for freedom of expression, justice, and transparency. The world must not trade human rights for business deals. Governments should publicly mark the Tiananmen anniversary and support those keeping its memory alive. There must be an independent investigation into the massacre. The truth must be published. Compensation must be given to victims' families, and officials responsible must be held accountable. Beijing should also allow exiled Chinese citizens who fled after the crackdown to return home without punishment. Justice delayed does not have to be justice denied. As citizens of the world, we must support those who cannot speak freely. The truth cannot be buried forever, not by firewalls, not by fear, and not by force. If you found this report important, please consider supporting our work. Your donation helps us continue shining a light on hidden truths across the globe. Stand with us for human rights and justice.